Hey guys, today I'm going to recreate a stuffed pork chop. I had this for the first time in a diner in New York, and my mother's from the north, Pennsylvania, so she makes bread stuffing for Thanksgiving and Christmas, and that's what I'm used to, and my dad is from the south, so we have cornbread dressing. So this one is stuffed with bread dressing, so we're going to get started on that because the oven has preheated, and you guys are going to watch and see how we pull it all together. Okay, to start with, I have in that red bowl just some bread that's been pulled apart into little bite-sized pieces. This bread was a French, but you can use regular loaf bread or whatever you have on hand. And I'm just going to get started with dicing up one medium onion. And now that I have the onion chopped, I'm going to add 2 stalks of celery finely diced, and get some butter melting in a saute pan. And I'm going to add those 2 ingredients to that, and also 1/4 of a green bell pepper diced up and 1/4 of an orange bell pepper diced up, and add that to it. We're going to saute that, and just a little bit I'll add some salt and pepper and some granulated garlic. And I want these veggies to be soft and tender before I add them to the bread mixture. And here's where I'm adding in the salt and a little bit of black pepper. And then I'm going to add in the granulated garlic. If y'all have been here before, you know that we like granulated garlic and not garlic powder. But that pot off to the right there is a chicken that I have boiling in there, and that is for chicken and dressing. I've made that on my channel before, so if you want to see that, I'll try to link it down below. So once the veggies are tender, we're going to add those right to our bread and stir them up just a little bit to combine everything. But then I'm going to chop some potatoes for a side. I'm just going to boil them, drain them, and butter them. Okay, now that the potatoes are on the stove cooking, got to clean up a little bit, and we're going to start assembling. So we're going to add about a cup of chicken stock to the bread just to moisten it up just a little bit. And then I'm going to get 2 eggs and beat those and then add them to the mixture. Also, I like to salt, pepper, and garlic this mixture because the bread doesn't have a whole lot of flavor itself. So I'll do that, add the eggs, and then we're going to get ready to mix. with clean hands, I'm going to go in and mix this. You really want to get a feel in there of the bread because you don't want it too dry because it won't stay in the pork loin like it should, and it should stay in there all by itself without any problems cooking or falling out or any of that. So what we're going to do now is get our pork ready. I buy a whole pork loin and cut it to how I like it, which is about an inch thick on these, and I leave that little fat cap on there because that's what's going to hold our pork together with the stuffing inside. So I want to pat these dry a little bit before I cut them, and when you cut them, be really careful because it's easy just to go through it or cut yourself, which we definitely don't want to do. But you'll see here how I take that pork loin and I'm going to give it a good cut right in the middle and make a little pocket for that bread stuffing to sit in. But if you're not comfortable cutting these like this, then I have used 2 regular pork chops. Put one on the bottom, put the stuffing, and then put another pork chop on the top. So there's no cutting involved in it at all. So you may want to try it that way. It's just as delicious. It's just done a little bit different and less labor intensive. I'm going to go ahead and stuff one of them for you so you can see how I do it, and then I'll come back when I have all of them ready to go. Now I will salt and pepper both sides of these before I put them in the oven. And also I'll cover them and bake them at 425 for about 20 minutes, and then I'll check them, and if they are done, make sure that your dressing reaches 165 and your pork chop reaches 165. That way you know it's good and done and the egg's not still raw in the middle of the dressing. But then I'll pull it out, and if it is done, I'll pull it out and I take the tinfoil off. That way it can get a little bit brown, and I'll leave it in there for about 10 more minutes, and then we're good to go. I had to take one out, and I want to cut it for you so you can see what the middle looks like. It is very well stuffed and it is delicious. I hope you guys give this a try. I'm going to show you how I plated it up with the boiled potatoes, and I made some green beans with a little bit of garlic on those, and that was dinner for this night, and it was so good. Reminded me of New York all over again. So thanks so much for joining me. I hope you enjoyed this. I hope you give it a try. If you do, let me know. Give me a thumbs up down there, and if you would, please subscribe. It helps my channel out, and I hope to see you in the next one real soon. Have a great day. Bye, y'all.